My research proposal was to address what is causing students not to understand a certain topic in math because it was a struggle for most students in my class as well as in my district. My action research proposal was originally to address what the problems were for my students completing the math task. But after digging deeper into my data and into research, I found that there were many gaps in mathematical performances. During my research, I found that COVID-19 had an impact on performance due to students not being in school. Next, studies showed that students struggled with math anxiety. Finally, the use of internet at home played a big factor in students' performance. As a result of my research, I had to revise my research proposal to show the factors that played a key role in the gaps of students' abilities to perform in math. The reason why I created this action plan was because, like I said earlier, my students performed at a certain percentage above the district average, but well below the average we've had in the past. So I needed to sit back, self-reflect, and figure out what was the cause to these lower scores. The time frame for my students will be a normal 8-hour school day and over a different 2-week periods. The collecting of the student data will take place at 2 different times in the year. The first part will be within the first month of school starts. This will be my baseline of students' abilities. The next part will be before Christmas break, so that there is no content lost after a long break. In many instances, students have not been able to retain information after coming back from a longer break. Students will fill out information about themselves only once at the start of the school year. Students will inform me how much internet use they use at home, if they think or if they feel like they have any math anxiety, and also if they were virtual or brick and mortar or hybrid in the school year previously during COVID-19. The things that will be collected at the start of the year or start of the school year, like I said before, is for me to get a baseline to understand where the students are coming from. Once I have that information down, I can then group students accordingly based on if they were virtual versus in person or brick and mortar, if they use internet outside of school and how much, and if they suffer from math anxiety or any stress-related math anxiety. The outcome of this was originally I thought students who use the internet more at home were subject to having lower scores because they did not do more work outside of school, or students who suffered during COVID because of not being in school would suffer quite a bit compared to their fellow students who were in school 5 days a week. That was my original thought. Also, students who suffer from math anxiety. When students suffer from math anxiety, they are unable to complete the task or blank during a task and just give up or take a guess. For the second part of this 2 weeks, students will complete various tasks to show their performance on math tasks and the content below, on, or above grade level. Again, the reason why I would use above grade level stuff is to either stress kids out or to push them and see how they do during diverse times or stressful times. Will students stop or will students continue to work? The benefit of this research is to not only understand why there are gaps in mathematical performance, but also as a teacher to figure out what we can do differently to benefit those kids. Understanding the data and to understand the gaps we have, we can better set our children and students up for success. And that is what our the outcomes we prefer or outcomes we are looking for to happen.